What is happening, guys? I'm back at you with another video, and in this video I wanted to give my review of the first two episodes of Titan Show that's on the new DC streaming service. So let's get to it. Funko, collectibles, movies, trailer reactions. Long ago there was a guy who was just a guy, but all that changed when he got his first collectible. From that moment he became a collector. Some say he was a myth, but most say a legend. First off, right off the bat, let me talk about the designs of the actors in Titans. I saw like the first like set photos and some photos from set that they had like them in their costumes. And I gotta say, I didn't like the designs at first, really. I especially didn't like Starfire's design. Nothing against the actress that plays her, but it was just how she was dressed. I didn't really like her red hair. That's it looks like it's just taking over her face, and like I really didn't like it. And then like the dress she was wearing really wasn't doing it for me. I was like, I don't know what kind of dress, why she's wearing a dress like that or something. Whatever. I don't know, but I didn't really like it that much. Like I just didn't like the whole the way she was dressed. And like on Beast Boy and Raven's designs, I'm still on a fence about. I mean, they're pretty basic. From what I could gather, that Beast Boy actually isn't green in the show, and he just has green hair. So I don't know. I'm like, whatever, okay. And then Raven's design is pretty basic. She's wearing pretty much like black, and then I don't know if her hair is fully purple, but it has like streaks of purple in it, mixed with black, I guess. I'm not sure about that. And Robin's design is just pretty much straightforward. It's just him. He's Robin. So yeah. But let me go ahead and say another thing when I'm getting into this episode 1 review is I don't like when they don't keep to a character from the comics, like the personality, the character aspects of that character from the comics. Like I don't like when they don't like stay with that story. I understand if you want to change a character a little bit from the comics. I don't mind a change just as long as the change is actually for the better and it actually improves the character somehow. But like other than that, I really like them to stay for the most part as close to the character as possible like they were in the comics. And just from this episode, I wasn't like sure that they were, really keeping to that. This episode really showed like that this was not going to be your typical teenage Titans show like you might be used to, like the animated ones, or like what you might be used to in like the comics or something. It really brought out the violence and the profanity. Like I really wanted to like this episode, but a lot of things I didn't like. We got an aggressive Robin in here, which I'm not completely against, but I gotta see how this aggressiveness plays out. I gotta see how is this aggressiveness that he's doing, is it going to work out for the show? Is it going to work out, in the future episodes? Like, how is this going to play out? And it does, because like it doesn't really fit the character, but I'm willing to like give it a shot, really, I guess, to like see how does it fit into the story, and then how does it fit into future episodes. This episode also shows that it's going to be the dark tone kind of grittiness that we got in the other DC movies, which I don't really mind, like the dark tone and grittiness, but as long as it fits within the story and it gives off, it has good episodes with that kind of tone, like, cause like I don't mind that kind of tone just as long as it fits into the story. I guess this episode really didn't make a lasting impression with me. Like I did want to like it, but just overall there were some things I didn't like about it. Like I'm pretty much going to continue watching the series and hope for the best. Hopefully it gets better with each episode. Hopefully it could just, overall be a good show. And I'm really hoping for the best with this series. For episode 2, it was actually entitled Hawk and Dove. And this was the episode really that we got the introduction to the characters of Hawk and Dove. Right off the bat, I got like watching this episode, I gotta say I actually did like these characters. I like the whole introduction of them, and I for the most part I like most of this episode. Sure, there was some things I didn't like about, But I really did like the characters Hawk and Dove in this episode. They sort of did a good job of introducing them. And in this episode, the dark tone and kind of grittiness worked a little better. I won't say it did the full effect of it, but it worked a little better in this episode. But I mean, like, whenever they're trying to show something like this, I understand that, it's dark and gritty and, it has violence and all that. But they don't really need to show the blood and other gruesomeness to convey the dark tone. Like, if you just show, sort of dark stuff, but, like, you don't have to be all this other stuff in there, then, you could be able to, like, show it that it's going to be dark and gritty. Really, if they continue to show, I guess I wouldn't mind as long as it works tonally within the story. Like, I wouldn't mind too much. The profanity in this episode really feels out of place. It almost was like they were trying really hard to shoehorn in the profanity, and it just didn't fit within the episode. Like, they really tried too hard to just throw it in there, F-bombs and all that stuff. And, like, I don't mind profanity or, like, cussing and all that stuff, but, like, make sure that it fits within the story, or not the story, but make sure it fits within the episode, or fits in where they're talking and all that. That this episode really made it just trying to shoehorn it in. It just felt really out of place. I guess I mainly like this episode because of Hawk and Dove, and if they make appearances or continue making appearances throughout the show, I wouldn't mind. They're actually some good characters. I actually like them. But I am worried with the way the show is going right now. I'm still on the fence about this aggressive Robin. I don't completely hate it, but I don't like it either. And I don't know. I just gotta see how this plays out within the series. I know it's not like the character, but, like, it's a little too much, his aggressiveness. Like, I know it's kind of much a little bit at times. But, I'm not completely hating it, but, I don't like it either at the same time. So, I'm just unsure about it. And I just, like, if they're going to keep this aggressiveness of Robin, I just want it to fit and, have a purpose within this series. Are we going to get sort of, background of why he's like that, or, I just don't know. Like, I'm still unsure about it. But, this episode 2, I actually liked better than the first episode. And, like, it was really mainly because of Hawk and Dove. Like, I actually do like those characters. And I wouldn't mind seeing them later on in the series if they make appearances. They actually like the characters. So, I like this episode a little better than the first one. But that's basically my review of the first 2 episodes. Let me know down in the comments what y'all actually think of the Titans series so far. If y'all have seen the episodes already, let me know what y'all think. And, that's basically what I thought. That's my opinion of the first 2 episodes. I'll have a future review of the next 2 episodes, episodes 3 and 4, coming out soon. So watch out for that. But I hope y'all enjoyed my review. Remember to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. And I hope y'all have an awesome day. And remember, be legendary.